Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from Grady Tech, and in this video, I'll be unboxing the Realme GT Neo 2 and also be doing a quick hands-on review. Without any further delays, here's a quick preview of how the phone looks like. Now in India, this phone is launched in two variants. Base variant is priced at 32,000 rupees for 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. Next variant is priced at 36,000 rupees for 12GB of RAM and 256GB of storage. It's available in three colors: Neo Green, Neo Blue and Neo Black. We have the 12GB RAM variant in the Neo Blue color. Now, as for the main highlights, I must say it is truly a flagship-like phone in a mid-range segment. Well, it doesn't come with a flagship processor, but besides that, you really have everything that you want. Great performance, good display, good cameras, bigger battery, faster charging speeds, and you also get some premium features like dual stereo speakers and a new tactile engine 2.0. So overall, it's definitely packed with a lot of cool features. So first, let's have a quick unboxing. So here's the box. It just says Realme on the side, GT Neo 2 at the middle. On the back side, we have some of the highlighting features, which I'll talk more about in the specs section. Now let's unbox it. First, we have the envelope. That's followed by the phone itself. Next, we have a case, which looks pretty cool. I'll come back to that later. Next, we get a 65-watt Super Dart charger, a USB Type-C charging cable, and SIM card ejector tool. Inside the envelope, we just get some documentation. Now here's the phone. Let me just remove the stickers. Now this is how the phone looks on the front, and this is how the phone looks on the back. Now let's have a physical overview. Now on the back, this phone has a 3D curved glass panel with a nice matte finish with a pretty cool look. It's the neon blue color. At the top, we got the camera module along with a triple camera setup with dual LED flash. At the bottom, we just got the Realme branding. On the front, we have a pretty massive display with a punch hole design. Above the display, we got the earpiece, speaker, and some sensors. Below the display, it's completely plain. As for the chin, I'd say it's pretty decent considering the price. Now for the sides, on the right side, we got the power button with a nice texture. On the left side, we got just the volume buttons. At the top, we got the secondary microphone for noise cancellation. Finally, at the bottom, we got the SIM card tray housing 2 nano SIM slots. There is no SD card or hybrid SD card slot. So if you want more storage, get the bigger variant right from the beginning. Anyway, following that, we got the primary microphone followed by the USB Type-C charging port and the speaker grill. Now this phone has a thickness of 8.6 mm and weighs 200 grams. In hand, it feels pretty sleek and it's pretty comfortable to hold because of its overall size, and the weight distribution is also pretty good, so phone really doesn't feel all that heavy in hand. So overall, I'd say it's a very well packaged phone with all the cool specs that you can really ask for. Now these are the complete specifications of this phone. On the rear, we got a triple camera setup with a 64 megapixel primary camera followed by an 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera with 109-degree field of view, followed by a macro lens. For selfies, we get a 16 megapixel camera with f2.5 aperture. As for the display, we get a 6.62-inch AMOLED display with 120Hz screen refresh rate with 92% screen to body ratio with a peak brightness of 1300 nits. By the way, we also get an in-display fingerprint scanner, which is in line with all the flagships out there. Next, as for performance, we get a Snapdragon 870 processor with Adreno 650 GPU with up to 12GB of RAM with up to 256GB of UFS 3.1 storage. In order to squeeze out more performance, it also got stainless steel vapor cooling plus VC heatsink. We also got a new tactile engine, that's the new haptic engine. We got Wi-Fi 6 and Smart 5G. Now when it comes to the battery department, it is powered by a 5000 mAh battery, supports fast charging and comes with a 65-watt Super Dart charger inside the box. You can completely charge this phone from 0 to 100% in just 36 minutes. You can easily get up to 80% of charge in just about 20 minutes. And finally, this phone also has dual stereo speakers powered by Dolby Atmos. Now with that said, let's come back to the case that we got inside the box. Now this is how the phone looks with the case on. It's just a soft silicone case, but unlike your regular case, it actually has a nice matte finish, so it looks pretty cool, prevents smudges, and gives you some grip as well. It has some padding on the front and back, so it also protects the cameras and the display. So overall, for a free case that we get inside the box, it's definitely quite premium. Anyway, coming back to the phone, this is how the phone looks once we turn it on and set it up. Now here's the new user interface. This is the home screen. Here's the app drawer. By the way, there is no FM radio on this phone, and this is the new notification panel. Now here's the new About page. This phone is running Realme UI 2.0 based on Android 11 with August 5th security patch. That's right out of the box, but recently I also got a new update with the October security patch. Now as for the storage information, we get about 236 GB of space for our user apps and user data, and out of that 12 GB of RAM, we get about 7.94 GB of RAM free right out of the box. Now here's the camera interface. It looks pretty similar to other Realme phones. By default, we got the photo mode. On the left side, we have the video and dedicated night mode. On the right side, we got the portrait mode, 64MP mode, and if we go to the more section, we can see more camera features. We have a pretty similar interface even for the front camera. Now these are some sample shots. As for the camera performance, as you have seen in the sample pictures, they do a splendid job. Now let's test the speakers. This one has dual stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos, and here's a quick audio preview. Speakers on this phone are super loud. They are definitely great for media consumption, ringtones and alarms. If you're someone who watches a lot of videos on your phone, then you'll definitely appreciate these stereo speakers. Now let's test the in-display fingerprint scanner. Here's a quick preview. It is super fast and almost unlocks the phone in an instant. By the way guys, haptic engine on this phone is definitely much better than your regular phones. You can even compare it with the OnePlus phones. Haptic engine definitely feels pretty good, whether it's just unlocking your phone or just typing on the default keyboard app. In some applications, you might even feel subtle vibrations, which you might really appreciate. Now, this one also has the face unlock feature. Let's test that out. In good lighting conditions, it is super fast. Once again, unlocks the phone almost instantaneously. Even in low lighting conditions, it is pretty fast, same as in good lighting conditions. In complete darkness, it still works, but it is slightly slower and depends upon the distance between your face and the phone. Overall, face unlock works, and you can definitely use it in almost all lighting conditions. Now before I conclude, these are the benchmark scores. So guys, this is the new Realme GT Neo 2. Honestly, for a price of about 32,000 rupees, you're really getting flagship level specs and all the cool features that you can really ask for. Like, there isn't really any department where it is truly lacking. Well, obviously it doesn't have flagship level features like wireless charging or water resistance, but for a starting price of 32,000 rupees, yes, it is definitely worth it. So guys, what do you think about this phone? Do you think it's worth it, or do you think there's another phone in this price segment that's better than this phone? Do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you are planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It always helps the channel. With that said, this is Nikhil signing off. See you in my next video.